Elon Musk's Starlink help Ukraine fight Russia. Yes, Elon Musk has swooped in to help Ukraine by offering internet from his legion of satellites. The nation's deputy prime minister begged the millionaire to provide crucial aid via his Star Connection service because communication on the ground was in danger due to the Russian invasion. While you try to colonize Mars, Russia try to occupy Ukraine. Mikhailo Fedorov said on Twitter, "While your rockets successfully land from space, Russian rockets attack Ukrainian civil people. We ask you to provide Ukraine with Starlink stations and to address sane Russians to stand." The SpaceX founder quickly responded, saying the service is now active in Ukraine, with more terminals en route. So how does Starlink work, and can it keep Ukraine's communications going? Starlink satellite services were efficiently being provided to Ukraine, referred to as SpaceX's Starlink Internet Access Service being provided to Ukraine's market. This service has been intertwined with the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, with Starlink providing a critical communication lifeline. Elon Musk's SpaceX business runs the expanding fleet of broadband satellites known as Starlink. It provides internet access to consumers from the sky rather than through wires on the ground. It is intended to assist people residing in distant areas where regular broadband is either unreliable or non-existent. SpaceX frequently launches new satellites to expand coverage into low Earth orbit, which is 300 miles above the planet's surface. It eventually intends to have about 40,000 satellites in orbit, but the effort has sparked worries that it would obstruct the sky and keep us on Earth. Several nations, including the US and UK, have gradually received availability. Satellite internet is nothing new, but Musk's technology and volume make it possible to deliver speeds up to 150 megabits per second. Much like a Sky TV box, you require a satellite dish on the ground to receive the internet signal. Well, you might be thinking, how much does Starlink cost? Starlink is costly. You'll have to pay $499 for the gear, plus $50 for delivery. The subsequent monthly subscription fee is $99. If you've come this far in the video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for the sake of the latest news. The Starlink Internet Access Service from SpaceX is offered to the Ukrainian market under the Starlink satellite services. This service and the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022 are linked, with Starlink serving as the government and civilians of Ukraine's communication lifeline, despite the relentless Russian bombardment of traditional telecommunication infrastructure there. The service was crucial in the Battle of Mariupol 2022, enabling the beleaguered and resolute Ukrainian forces to continue informing the world about the unrelenting Russian bombing and the starvation they were experiencing. In addition to the unstable traditional communications infrastructures, Starlink now acts as a crucial communication channel in war-torn Ukraine. There were 23,000 Starlink terminals in Ukraine as of September 2022. Elon Musk responded very actively to help Ukraine. Elon Musk tweeted a peace plan. SpaceX CEO wanted fresh elections in the annexed regions of Luhansk, Donetsk, Kherson, and Zaporizhzhia to understand the people's preferences. Crimea is officially part of Russia, as it has been since 1783. Water supply to Crimea should be assured, and Ukraine should remain neutral. According to SpaceX President Gwynne Shotwell, negotiations for the launch of Starlink with Ukraine were ongoing for about a month and a half before the invasion. She claimed that SpaceX was awaiting a formal letter approving. This comes amidst reports that SpaceX CEO recently spoke to Vladimir Putin about the war. Internet connection was severely restricted in Ukraine at the start of the unexpected Russian invasion in 2022 and during Russia's attacks on vital infrastructure, including telecommunications facilities. Maintaining internet connection for Ukraine's military and other governmental institutions became a crucial and urgent issue. Mikhailo Fedorov, the Minister of Ukraine's Digital Transformation, tweeted to Elon Musk on February 26, 2022, requesting help for Ukraine in the form of Starlinks as Russian armies advanced to seize Kiev. The Starlink service in Ukraine was immediately established, since it had yet to be included in a list of nations with access. Starlink dispatched the first consignment to Ukraine on February 28. In the siege of Azovstal, April 15 to May 20, where encircled Ukrainian defenders repelled and held thousands of Russian troops in Mariupol for weeks, satellite internet from SpaceX played a crucial role. 2 helicopters from Operation Air Corridor, March 21 to April 7, transported fighters, equipment, and the first Starlink terminal from the Ukrainian Special Forces behind enemy lines to Mariupol under siege. Besieged troops maintained contact with the Ukrainian military command, journalists, and family thanks to those Starlink terminals, which increased awareness and global coverage of the tragic and courageous situation there. Elon Musk will be held accountable like an adult. Russian politician and Roscosmos chief Dmitry Rogozin declared at the beginning of May. citing his donation of Starlink satellites to the Ukrainian armed forces. When contact was re-established in the Kiev Oblast liberated areas, Starlink internet service also began to be used there. In particular, LifeCell, Vodafone, and Kyivstar used Starlink to provide mobile communication. The Ukrainian military was utilizing Starlink to connect its drones attacking Russian forces, according to a March 2022 report in The Times. In an interview with The Washington Post, Mikhailo Fedorov stated that European nations had provided Starlink terminals to Ukraine from their resources. The quantity of Starlink satellite terminals given by SpaceX increased over time. Additionally, the Ukrainian government agencies began seeking money to purchase additional terminals, Starlink ground stations. In particular, Ukraine acquired a fresh fleet of satellites for its spy agencies in June 2022. The Financial Times reported on October 7 that various Ukrainian officials have criticized Starlink, citing widespread connection failures and catastrophic communication disruptions. After President Volodymyr Zelensky questioned Musk's allegiances and his controversial views on the conflict and the road to peace on October 14, 2022, Musk warned that the service was costing Starlink $20 million per month and that it could not continue indefinitely. Documents and client bills reveal that, in addition to SpaceX's donations, private and public organizations, notably from the United States, Poland, and the United Kingdom, are paying for Starlink services. On October 15, Musk reaffirmed his promise that SpaceX would continue to pay for Starlink services. As of April 5, 5,000 terminals have been supplied to Ukraine by SpaceX and USAID, of which 3,667, or 73%, had been donated by SpaceX, and USAID had bought the remainder. There were 23,000 Starlink terminals in Ukraine as of September 30, 2022. Starlink is fundamental to this effort. SpaceX has donated around $100 million of services and equipment to Ukraine. However, the company needs help to continue this service. They would either be reducing or stopping the service, as they can't sustain these losses indefinitely. We hope that sustaining the communications would be enabled by Starlink, which would be a high priority for U.S. assistance to Ukraine. SpaceX is not a charity, of course, and they're losing a lot of money right now as a business, so I'm sure they're trying to recoup some of their costs, said Dmitry Alperovich. According to CNN, the request came from Ukraine's commanding general Valery. He wrote in July addressing Elon Musk directly. Starlink unit obtained exceptional utility, the general wrote, and then asked Musk for around 7,700 more terminals. Instead, SpaceX said they told Ukraine to send a request to the Pentagon, adding, "We have now exceeded our original agreement with Ukraine. To be precise, 25,300 terminals were sent to Ukraine, but at present, only 10,630 are paying for service," Musk said Monday. Ukraine says that it would be easier for them to compete with Starlink. Starlink now has thousands of satellites, but it would likely need help to service an entire nation with a population of more than 44 million people at once. The service now only has 145,000 users worldwide. Existing users have already expressed dissatisfaction that connection speeds have reduced due to their increasing global popularity. Can you now envision how horrible it would become if millions of people attempted to access it at once? Additionally, a ground-based satellite dish will be essential for Ukrainians to receive a signal in the first place. Therefore, Starlink is a good lifeline for crucial issues, but needs help to keep the entire nation online. So, what do you guys think about this video? Please share your reviews about what do you think down below. I hope you liked this video. If you did, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned, as we will come up with many more new and more informative videos.